Sure.
How are
I'm uh
you?
I'm doing okay. I'm actually like literally in the hallway. I couldn't even get the conference room I usually sneak into, so I'm just gonna try to whisper. It's like
We'll wave to all the people that pass by. Hello.
um but yeah, I'm doing okay. I had my little I texted you about my little dental emergency yesterday.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Um Yeah, it worked out fine. I just kind of panicked a little because, this tooth broke in half and I mean, it was like a sheer cliff of mercury in my mouth and I was like, "Oh my God, I don't want to have anything happen here." So, but I went in and they were able to like cover it temporarily with some kind of a bonding,
Perfect.
which means it sort of sealed that area up.
Hmm.
And, the dentist was really reassuring. She said that, like, because it's a really old feeling that, like, that mercury is, like, hard as a rock. She said it's not like it's, gonna be,
Uh,
um, it's not like it's gonna be chipping off. And,
yeah.
so I feel pretty good that, there's probably no concern there.
Yeah.
Um,
And you've been taking your SAG, correct?
what is the SAG?
S-acetylglutathione.
I don't think that's on my list. Is it? I don't remember
I
that
think
one.
it should be. Hang on, let me pull you up. If not, then I've got you on NAC.
Yes, I'm definitely on that.
Okay, well then that's a precursor to your to glutathione production. So,
Okay.
you've got upregulation of your liver function right now. So
Okay.
this is Katie and I were just having this conversation about, we don't have to live in a bubble, but the reason that we do get so impacted is because our system is so depleted,
Mhm.
and then that's when the toxins really take a toll on things.
Okay.
Let me see. Let's just see what I have you on. How's your day going at work?
It's not so terribly great actually, but yeah, we having some issues, but um yeah, and
You were
I'm dealing with my mom's house is going on the market tomorrow, so I'm actually leaving a little bit early to meet with the realtor and handle some
mhm,
business there. So it's been a
mhm.
lot of juggling. It's
Okay.
yeah, it's a little bit stressful.
Are you managing? Hey,
Yeah, I
Deborah's husband. Hang on, we got to call him out. Look, she, she's fussing at her husband right now.
oh my
Anyhow,
goodness. That's so funny.
okay, so you're juggling a lot right now.
Yeah, juggling a lot, and I, this past weekend, I went away for a couple days with a bunch of friends. We go every year, a bunch of my mom friends, and, it was really nice. It's right on the Cape. It was freezing, but, we still walk out to the water, and that was great. The not great part was I didn't sleep well just because it's a lot of talking and, staying up too late, and I actually went to bed early. I was really disciplined, but I think my mind was so overstimulated that I still didn't really sleep great.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, it was still good self-care for the most part in terms of
Good,
just, being away and being with friends. So,
good.
um, so yeah, it's just I'm having some brain fog and stuff. I think I'm just tired. I think I'm
Okay.
just mentally and physically tired.
Mhm. When do you get to rest? When are you going to be able to because I mean, you've got a lot on your plate. This is a lot.
Mhm.
So I did send you, just so you know, I don't know if you got it or not, but through Full Scripts. Full Scripts is now integrated with Healthy. Now they say that I mean, so I don't know if you guys are able to access Full Scripts through Healthy yet, but anyhow, I sent you an activated charcoal. If you did want to take that,
Yeah.
it will also help with your die-off experience as
Oh,
well.
okay.
So that's what I give my kids. Cameron, you're going to want to listen up too. So, because I know there will be a day where you start to say, "Can I please have my red wine back?" And an activated charcoal, you take one prior to having an alcoholic beverage, or like I use it as an added layer of protection when my kids do have to get vaccinated. And so we do a 2-week period prior to vaccinations and 2 weeks after vaccinations of an activated charcoal to help bind with any heavy metals that may be in that, because charcoal is magnetic, so it's going to pull those heavy metals that you are exposed to and eliminate them from the body.
Okay.
So
So you
that's
think that will help with die-off that might be causing some of the fatigue and stuff?
So that would help with die-off, but if you find that you're still like mentally, you're still thinking about this tooth situation, or even when they go and they have to clean the tooth situation out, it's not
Yeah.
a bad thing to go ahead and start.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll do that.
It's an affordable. It wasn't expensive.
No, no, I did see that it was like $12 or
Yeah.
something. Okay,
hmm
maybe I'll do that. I mean, they do want me to go in and have a crown done in a couple weeks, but honestly, I'm a little concerned because
hmm
of the trigeminal neuralgia. I don't want them shooting me up with Novocaine
I
and I
know.
just am really afraid that they could set that off. And
hmm
I did ask the dentist about it, and she did say there's definitely a risk it can aggravate it. So I might I might just ask if that can be delayed a little bit. Um,
hmm I'm I'm wondering. Goodness.
what are
I
you
guess
thinking?
where is the tooth? I'm thinking, can they just pull it?
Well, it's like
Is it
it's
noticeable?
it's the second it's like the tiny molar in front of the 2 back
Okay.
molars, and the
Mm,
2 behind it have been pulled, and I have implants there. Whoops, oh my god, I'm dropping stuff. And I think this tooth took some trauma when I had those extractions done, so I kinda
mhm,
wasn't surprised that it went through this, but I'm just like, each tooth they pull, they traumatize the next one. I'm like, "They're just gonna go through my whole mouth," but,
mhm.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, this bonding she has on there, it's pretty solid. I'm like, I'm wondering if I can ask her, could it last 6 months? And, like, that would let me
Right.
get through so like, much more healing for the nerve. I just don't wanna go in there in 2 weeks and have them messing with this nerve.
I
That's
agree. Do you have a holistic dentist in your area that understands the
We do. I don't yet go to that person.
I know it's been on my list for a million years as well to switch over to the holistic
Yeah,
dentist.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've thought about it. I mean, I really do like my current dentist, and I did
Mhm,
ask them the last time they pulled an old filling that had mercury. I did ask about like just how they do, the mercury extraction, and
mhm,
she said, we don't do the full precaution that, like a holistic person would. And she
mhm.
said, if you want me, I'll refer you to a holistic dentist. So I know she's,
I
you
think
know,
that needs to be our next step, to be honest with you. And the
okay,
reason that I'm saying that is even implants can, because of the toxins within the implants, do not cycle through this and start to worry about it. But I just, I have had some clients that have gone and gotten all implants and all metal and all of like over the extreme. It's
yeah,
kind of like even the breast implants that we're now seeing are creating
right,
these autoimmune reactions. Same thing can occur in the mouth. And so I honestly feel like because your symptoms are so here that
hmm
it it may be a good idea for us to just if you can. I know you've got so much on your plate. I don't want to put more on there, but I think if it were me personally, I would probably go ahead and do that added step and ask for a referral to the holistic
okay,
dentist. Just say, listen, I love you guys. I'm going to be back, but I am really concerned,
hmm
and also I'm doing all of this functional medicine right now to clear everything up, and I just don't want to take 2 steps back because of
right, right, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense because I'm just like, I do not want to start instigating things in my mouth right now. And actually, the history there is, I won't go into, but those, I'd had a root canal, one of those teeth, and then afterwards learned all about the dangers of, root canals. And so that eventually was all
Taken
taken
out.
out and cleaned, but I had to put implants, and I didn't have to, but I mean, there,
Mhm.
it was
That,
two molars in a row, and it was,
mhm.
I was like, well, I'm either just going to not chew on the left side for the next 40 years or I need to do these implants. So the choices weren't great anyway. I did them, but yeah, I do worry about.
I would have made that same choice.
Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, it's
Yeah.
once you start down the road, even with this, she said, you'll need a crown and maybe a root canal. And I didn't say anything, but I'm like, there ain't going to be no more
Mm-mm,
root canals happening in this mouth.
mm-mm.
I'll tell you that right now. But it's like, I'm trying to just take one step at a time.
Exactly.
Um,
That's all you can do. And I know every time I have to battle my dentist on X-rays because they want to do an X-ray every 6 months, and I'm like, and they did one last time with my kids. I don't go back with my kids anymore, and they did one without asking my permission, and I
oh,
lost my mind.
oh, I would
So
have been.
anyhow, and then so after, and it's been on my list because there's a holistic provider, and my brother's an oral surgeon, and my brother-in-law is an oral surgeon here in town, and he's been trying to get me to connect with this holistic dentist for a long time, just even from a business perspective to
Hmm.
um, but yeah, so that was kind of my final straw. But I think it would be wise to let's just get a second opinion about what this next stage is, because
Okay.
we don't want it to get infected. And we don't want it to like hang out there, but yet we want to know what's the safest approach that we can take to get you
Yeah.
through this.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I will definitely do that.
Okay. And in the meantime, just write your 3 little things that you're going to focus on today and know that the rest will be there tomorrow. Everything will always, you're going to wake up, it's still going to be there.
Right.
Some people may be a little irritated that it wasn't done, but that's, I texted a friend this morning. I said, you know what? I woke up with this sense that I'm worried about you. And she goes, oh, I'm so super stressed. Thank you. It helps to know that people are worried about me. I was like, well, everything will be there tomorrow.
That's
It
true.
all will. So just do your little, it always helps me, just 3 things that I'm going to accomplish today. And that way you feel like you're a success. And what doesn't get done, you just keep putting it on. Now, the other thing that I do, especially when you're dealing with so much, is that I use like a posted note process. And so I write my action steps on posted notes, like the big
Hmm.
things that I have to take care of. And then as I'm working on them, then I move them out of that pile,
Hmm.
and so that way I can unload it from my mind space and
Hmm.
it's written down. And then again, my planner is just every day. If it's not written down, it's probably
Yeah.
not going to get done. So,
Yeah, no, I definitely am doing that because it's like between work and life and my mom is one list and then my mom's house is another whole list because it's like
mm,
they're both separate projects right now. But yeah, I definitely I will do that. I
and
think the
then
only other question I had too was the about the supplements. You know
mhm,
how I had because of the diarrhea there was those 3 I stopped and I put the fiber back in,
mhm,
like, I think I did 2. It's still kinda soft, but not
mhm.
diarrhea. So
Okay,
I'm like, I'm wondering if I should just stay at the 2 and not go back to the 3.
that's fine.
And
Hmm.
then I do wanna, restart those other 2, and I think
One,
you said to do one at a time.
you got it. So
Okay,
then that way we know.
okay.
It starts back, pull it back. Everything else, your eating is good.
It's pretty good considering. Yeah,
Good.
it's pretty good. I'm hanging in there with that. This week I didn't get my meal plan done. Unfortunately, this was the first time I didn't do it in like 3 weeks, but it's okay because it's Tuesday and I can get home tonight and scratch down some thoughts for the next couple of days. But
Perfect.
I've okay even still. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm off the rails with that. It's just, being away for the weekend, it kind of threw a little monkey wrench into my usual Sunday.
It does.
But I got my supplements all done. I was like, that took priority. So I did the pill
Good.
case.
Good.
Um, yeah, so I'm hanging
Good.
in.
Okay. Sounds great.
Yeah.
I think just make sure you're doing these are the 3 priorities for the day,
Mm.
and then mentally and emotionally letting go of the rest from a stress perspective and knowing that you're one person, you can only do as much as you can do.
Okay. That helps. Thank you.
Yeah. Let me know about, so as you add those other 2 supplements in, just kind of keep me updated if anything were to change.
Okay. I will.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, you take care.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right, who's up?
I'll
Oh,
step in if no
go
one
for
else
it.
volunteers. I have to get back to my desk. I'm like drowning at work this week.
Are you?
Yeah, it's been pretty bad. And Friday I'll be out all day for work, a different work activity. So it's like still related, but yeah, it's a lot. So that on top of Jackson moving home, and it's been an adjustment to say the least.
Right. I am
But
sure. I'm sure it
he's
has.
been really sweet. Like, what do you need to have your own time? Like, to have peace? Like, what do you need from me? And he's been really sweet about that. So that's been really helpful.
Good.
But I finally had a bowel movement for the first time in like 4 days. I was out of the fiber, and so I think that's probably played a huge part. So I ended up finding some in my cupboard. I found like 5 that I had left, and then I placed an order yesterday or the day before for more of them.
Good.
So
that's going to be
critical.
Yes, remember, right now, our biggest thing with you is going to be elimination.
Yeah.
Elimination. We have to eliminate to get the hormones out of the body so that they don't continue to cycle and create more harm. So that is going to be your top priority. Unfortunately with cycle, there's no normal right now.
Right. I guess when I asked you that, like, is this normal? I meant like, are these abnormalities that are happening to me normal for coming off the IUD?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
I did notice, so massive bonus. My skin is like perfectly clear.
Yay!
And I haven't had clear skin on my period in probably like 8 years.
That is wonderful.
So I am super pumped. Like, I still have like a few little like bumps, but they're not like pimples, they're not whiteheads, they're not blackheads, they're just like little bumps under my skin. I'm like, this is amazing. But my stomach is in so much pain because I feel like I need to go to the bathroom and I just can't. And I'm just like, oh. So that's really painful. And I keep drinking the Senna tea. I keep drinking my detox tea. I've been doing my breath work.
Good. Do you go back into your documents and look for that? There is a home exercise program for chronic constipation, a yoga sequence for chronic constipation.
Okay. Yoga sequence.
Let me know if you...
Would that be something that you emailed to me or something that's in my documents?
In documents. Everybody should have, in your documents section, it should be down into the list, and then it'll say yoga sequence for chronic constipation. I want you to do that. Make sure you're drinking lots of water.
Yeah, I've been having a ton of tea, peppermint tea, detox tea, Senna tea, water.
Yes.
So
and then
trying to get all that situated.
The only other thing that you can add are like,
prunes.
warm prune juice. Warm helps.
Okay.
That would be the other natural thing.
Okay.
If you wanted to try it, it may make you a little gassy, but that may...
I've been like that I've been gassy for like the entire week. It's been frustrating. I'm like nervous to be at work.
Yeah. So let's see if we can get things going, get your OptiFiber lean back, and then try to introduce the yoga sequence for chronic constipation, and then the warm prune juice, and yeah, focus on elimination.
Yeah.
Now, if we
that's-
have to, I don't want to, but if we have to, if you're not going daily, then let me know and we'll have to just use something over the counter.
Okay.
I
don't know.
really don't want to.
I haven't gotten the shipment notification for my supplements yet. So I only have 2 more of the Optiline fibers. But I can stop at the store tonight for the prune juice and do some yoga tonight.
Okay.
See if that helps.
Yeah.
But I think that's it. I mean, my period is heavy, but other than that, I feel pretty normal. I'm sleeping okay.
Good.
But yeah, I'm trying to work out. Yesterday I forgot a ponytail, so instead
Me?
of running, I
too. But I
was
did
so
my
mad.
workout.
I had
was
I had 3 in
my
my
hair-
purse, but I didn't take my purse. I took my workout bag down to the gym, and I didn't have any. And I was like,
Yeah. I know. It was awful. We did a full body, like total strength workout yesterday, and my hair, I mean, like planks and burpees and this and that. My hair's like flowing down in my face. I thought it was not a good day to forget a ponytail.
I had conveniently had a clip in that day, so I had like one of those big clips. I don't know how my hair fits in one of those, but I had one of those in. I just put it up in a bun on top of my head and did the stair stepper, and then just did weights because I was like, if I do any sort of movement, it's all coming out.
Yeah. Well, perfect. All right, my dear, you keep it up. So your stress management, you're doing great with that. You're eating, add your warm prune juice and the yoga sequence for chronic constipation.
Okay.
Soak in a tub, Epsom.
I don't have a tub.
Oh.
My parents redid the bathroom last year and they took the tub out and put a walk-in shower. So now we have 2 showers and no bathtub.
Bummer.
So I don't really know how to go about doing an Epsom bath. I mean, I guess I could go to Jackson's mom's house, but I feel like that's kind of awkward.
Yeah, that's a little weird. I wouldn't do that. Do you have like, I don't know, maybe just, use a heating pad over your stomach and get things nice and warm and
Okay.
watch your positioning when you're using the bathroom too. Even doing like some deep kind of squats or child's pose. Do the yoga sequence for chronic constipation because it's got a lot of the exercises that help to kind of move.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Take care.
Thanks, you too.
All right, Miss Deborah, I know you've got to run too. You got to go at 10, don't you?
Well, actually, that got changed.
Oh.
Because of the coronavirus.
Oh.
We're not allowed to be up there now, so.
Where do you work?
The world on Tuesday. What?
Where do you work?
I volunteer in spiritual services at the hospital, at Dignity Health, St. Joseph's Hospital here. And because of my reduced immunity issues and all that, I've gotten like 10 different emails from doctors I've seen and the hospital and the people that know telling me not to go. So now I'm off on Tuesday again till further notice.
And it looks like it's a beautiful day there.
Oh yeah, I came outside because it was so dark in the house. I couldn't figure out how to. The table I usually sit at was an extra table that we put away, and now I didn't have anywhere to put it, so I came outside.
Gotcha.
It's sunny and warm here in California. It's in the 70s, so.
Nice.
I know. Cameron and I are over here with gray skies.
You're all welcome to come out to California. We're
going.
That's here in Ohio.
Yeah, same in Kentucky. It's been.
Well, it's not over there yet, at least, so that's good. It's all over around here, so I'm a little worried and terrified. I've got everybody in the house washing and doing this and that and the other, and
do you have a food supply?
Yes, we went this weekend and stocked up. We have a freezer in the garage, so I put a lot in there, and just in case. Yeah, I know they're saying that. So.
I stocked. I stocked my pantry for 2 weeks.
Supply.
Yeah, and honestly, everybody needs to do that because you know, to have some healthy food options. I know it's not overkill to just go ahead and stock up the freezer and the pantry, and that way you can avoid going out and
Can't
the
really stock up the fresh produce, but I do.
can't. And so
I do
that's where
put a lot in the freezer. I guess that's better than nothing.
that's
Um,
exactly what I did.
And yeah, so yeah, I am not there till further notice.
Hmm.
So and avoiding crowds, and
Okay.
I
I will
think
put that on
I
top
go
of
to school every day and hold my breath that they don't go home sick. And
my. Hmm.
I've got the antibacterial wipes in the car, and I make them wash down, and I don't know
Hmm.
what else to do. So, but
Yeah.
as far as the rest, I think I'm all right. The stress of all this is getting the best of me, I think. But
Of the corona.
I'm just terrified of getting sick again, And
Hmm.
um,
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, for all of us, is I'm going to put coronavirus on the top of my research list this week. And I'm going to research because I guarantee you Panexia, which Panexia are the Chinese herbs that I use, that they've probably already have an action plan in place for that. So let me do a little digging. I know there is quite a bit of information that's been coming out. I've just been busy, and I've been storing it about best supplements to prevent corona, amino acids that help to fight it off, and then I'll look into Chinese herbs as well and see
okay.
what our plan will be in the event that anybody does get it.
And the amino acids, am I taking that already? It's included in what I'm taking. Okay.
You've got it.
Okay.
Yep. That's in your so with our protein powder,
Hmm.
doesn't matter what kind you're taking, they all come from the same plant base, and it has a full amino acid spectrum. They put a full amino acid profile in
Hmm.
all of their protein powder bases, so we're getting an ample amount of amino acids.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm. Yep.
My
What
husband,
about elderberry?
I take
Oh.
elderberry twice a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing that. I'm giving it to the kid. It's on my kitchen counter for anybody who wants it. I am doing that.
Yeah, I have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is elderberry best to take like this Sambucol over the counter, or is there like another form that would be better?
I take the organic powder because the gummies are full of sugar, and I've had cancer, and sugar's not good for that.
Yeah, the
And
one I
you can
have
buy
is
it
like the little
organically.
tablets, so like powder tablets.
Uh,
I don't know if those are any
Mine is
different.
just the dehydrated berry itself. And you
Okay.
can get them on Amazon for like under $10 for 100 of them, so it's pretty cheap.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I can show you the bottle if you want. I've got them on the counter here. I'll
That's
go
okay.
get it after if you want.
Sure.
So,
Ms. Leslie, I just wanted to ask you quick, just because, of course, with me and my heavy metal issues, and I can't really have anything that's, in those aluminum cans or whatever. But as
mhm.
far as stocking up on food, I mean, would the only option be to like make like a whole bunch of soups and freeze what we could, or what else could we possibly get that is?
So what I did, my 2 week supply is not my normal 2 week supply, right? So this is, but it kind of is. It's some of the staples that I keep in my pantry. And so what I did is I stocked my freezer with my organic meats. So, I went to Costco and got organic grass-fed meats. And then I buy all of my beans in glass jars.
Oh,
So yes, they're the best beans ever, but they come in big glass jars. So I stocked up on my beans, and then there are black beans at Whole Foods that come in cardboard containers, and so I stocked up on that. I stocked up on organic, like we can have, tacos and just different things to that nature. So like the taco shells, I stocked up on. It's a little carb heavy because again, it's hard when you're looking at
Right. Yeah.
staples that you want to. It's a little carb heavy, but that's sure as heck a lot better than going out and my body can handle some extra carbs that day. So I stopped on organic quinoa pastas.
Mhm.
And then I stocked my freezer with frozen fruits and frozen berries.
Okay, that's what I was doing too.
And so then that way, and then like I also stocked up on the staples, organic chicken stock. I do like all of my chili and my vegetable soups out of an organic veggie juice, tomato juice. And so I stocked that kind of stuff. So that way I can make a big batch of soup that would get us by and things to that nature. It's not as healthy, it's not as colorful and as I normally would go, but it's at least there, in the event that it's coming. It has a 7-day incubation period of no symptoms, so it's gonna spread.
Where do you get the organic beans, in either cardboard or glass?
So Whole Foods are
Oh, Whole
where.
Okay.
If you have Amazon Prime a lot and you're fairly close, I have mine delivered for free. So
Okay, I have it. I do have it. Okay, all right.
I just, yeah. So,
Okay,
but they
thank
have
you.
fantastic unsalted, organic, black beans, white northern beans, and so I just got quite a bit of that. I do buy a wild caught pink salmon I buy it two separate ways, but I buy it, there's one a package. I don't know how healthy the inside of that package is, but it's not a can. And then I also get I get a wild caught sustainable pink salmon that is in a can, so that wouldn't be necessarily great for you, but it is a cleaner version. But regardless, I think heavy metals are heavy metals, so even if it says like not a BPA lined can, it's like, well, okay, well, what is it lined with,
Yeah.
but I eat that sparingly.
I've also got some organic soups that are already made that are in cardboard boxes. They
Yes.
sell them, and just in case, and there's
Yep,
beans,
that's a great.
different varieties and stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
and I did organic oatmeal just in case for the kids for breakfast. And
Right.
yeah, I don't know what else to do, but
That's really all we can do is kind of come into it being, prepared. The good news is that we're taking some supplements. So for anybody that isn't on like a vitamin C supplement, vitamin C it's water. It's a water soluble supplement. It's not, you can't have too much of it. If you have too much of it, you're just going to urinate it out. Worst case scenario, it makes your stool a little looser, and we can take up to 1,000 or 1,500 milligrams of vitamin C per day to help support the immune system in the event that you are exposed to it. So that is one that Katie and I were just talking about. There are certain supplements that you just need to have on hand. You don't always have to use them, but vitamin C is one that I always have on hand, especially
so
with
I
little
should
ones.
take that every day too. Then
Yes.
I'm not taking that already, so I should get that probably.
If you're not taking it already, you're taking the. Let me take a look. But yeah, just go ahead because you'll want it. How old are your grandkids?
12. The one that lives with me is 12.
Yeah, so my 12-year-old takes it. Anytime flu starts to fly around, we just, the whole family gets
Yeah.
a vitamin.
I have him taking the elderberries in the morning. And out
Perfect.
here you have to take allergy medicine now because the blossoms are everywhere, and the allergies are terrible. He has really bad allergies. So,
Aw.
and yesterday it was kind of windy over here, so that was blowing all over the place. And today
Mhm.
it's better, but then the heat, it brings it back. So
Right.
we need rain out here, and it's not happening. So
Right. Well,
maybe next week.
we can send some of our rain that we're complaining about here in Kentucky and Ohio. We'll send it your way,
We had
Deborah.
70s and 80s in February. I mean, and still, I think it's 72 or 3 right now. So
Mhm.
it's warm. So
But do the best that you can. Know that you're making your immune system is stronger now. You're getting healthier. You're giving it what it needs. You're eliminating the things that are challenging it on a regular basis. So, you're not as immunocompromised as you think.
because I hear if you've had, like the rheumatoid arthritis, immune diseases, the cancer, if your immunity's down, and then the infection I had in the fall, and then
Mhm.
I'll be 60 soon, so that's not helping. And it's like I got all the check marks I
You
don't want
do,
to have.
but your cancer came from other reasons that we were able to explain,
Right,
So
right.
I definitely think that your body had to fight hard to get through that, and then
Mhm.
the infection that followed. But um, but we all have the ability to have healthy immune systems,
Mhm.
and so
That's my top priority every day now. It's just,
you're doing everything right.
thank you.
Exercising, eating healthier, you're supplementing with good quality supplements, very well balanced.
Mhm.
So you are supporting on multiple levels. So
Okay.
know that flu can be flying all around,
Mhm.
and with starting simple things, one, talking to my kids, keep your hands out of your mouth. If I
That's
see
only
you
mine too.
run your hand down that handrail, I'm gonna smack
Mhm.
it.
You're right. I know. I said those same words. Cover your hands when you touch a door, and if you have to
Yes,
sneeze in
exactly.
your shirt, you know.
Um, but anyhow,
And yet,
so
when I go to pick them up, they're all the most unsanitary little humans I've ever seen in my life. So,
but
it's
they're
just
building the
grosses me out.
most diverse microbiome.
Yes, that's true.
It really is. So we
And when he
need to
gets in
be
the car, I've got my
exposed
nice
to
big can
germs.
of antibacterial wipes right there for him.
Yeah. We
Um,
to be exposed to germs, and is very important for children. Very, very important. So
he's
they
the kind of
do.
kid that wants to do cartwheels on the sidewalk and,
Mhm,
jump all over and touch everything, and
mhm.
very active. So
Yeah, that's good.
uh,
He's building his microbiome.
he and my husband go bowling and on bowling teams, and everybody's touching hands and slapping hands. And oh my
Mhm.
gosh, it's so gross. I can't even deal with it. I have to get out of there. And I'm like stopping them at the door. I want them to shower. I want to shower out on the front porch for them.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm a little paranoid. So
yeah. Katie and I were just having this conversation. We were going through her stuff, and I said, we don't get to live in a bubble. And
mhm,
again, you were impacted because your system was
yeah.
down.
Mhm,
That's why you got hit, not because you were thriving at the but
yeah.
now you're getting there. And
Mhm,
so you're not going to get hit as bad. And especially if you have, um, infection prevention
mhm,
strategies in place where you're washing your hands, you're keeping your hands out of your mouth, but you're exercising, and you're supporting your body by keeping your inflammation low, and you're doing
mhm.
all the right things.
Okay. I'll keep going then and see what happens.
That's
I'm
right.
glad you guys are away from all that stuff. I don't know how we got so lucky out here, but
It's
they're bringing them
honey,
in on the West Coast, I guess. So I don't know.
Kentucky is, in terms of education and research and healthcare, we are exactly 3 years behind California. So I would say the corona, we're just 3 weeks behind you.
Maybe I need to move to Kentucky. I'll have to research Kentucky real estate. Let's
Yeah.
see. Everybody's from Kentucky on here but me?
Oh, no, no, no.
Oh,
No, and even Cameron is not from Kentucky. She's from Ohio. She's close
Oh.
enough. We're driving distance between each other. Everybody's spread.
everywhere.
Let's see, Susan, Boston. Katrin, where are you?
Missouri.
Oh, Missouri.
Katie is close to Kentucky. You're at Pikeville? Are you?
There you go. I am on the like right on the Tennessee-Virginia border. It's
Oh,
Kingsport.
And then Rebecca, where are you? I forget Minnesota.
I'm close to Katrin. I'm in Kansas.
You're in
in Kansas.
Kansas. Yeah,
we can meet. Yeah, we can
We-
meet.
we
How
have
close are you to Kansas City?
I think 3 hours drive.
Oh, that's still quite a drive. Okay, I'm just an hour from there.
Mhm.
all right. Deborah, you take care. Keep me posted.
Thank you.
And I'll do a little research of the coronavirus and see what we all need to have on hand.
Okay.
Give us a little emergency kit in the event
be
that
good.
family members get it or anything like that. And I'll post that in the chat. Okay, so
Okay.
that'll be my homework assignment. I've been wanting to do that anyhow.
I'm interested in your storage, what you have. I know you listed it, but anything else you might have and, your ideas on that, so.
Okay.
Deborah, I'd be interested in seeing what you're taking for elderberry.
Okay, I'll go get it right now and I'll hold it up. I'll be right back.
All right. Who is next? Katrin, we're gonna make you go next. You're always last.
I was hoping it's gonna be last because I have one
Okay. Well.
question that I'm shy. I'm very shy to ask.
Okay. You can go last. Seems like the one day that y'all don't. Black
Shows it
elder.
backwards. It is black elderberry and it's by Nature's Way. It's non-GMO and vegan. 1150 milligrams per serving, and it looks like that. It's coming up backwards on yours though, sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, did you say it's the actual elderberry?
Yes, it's just a freeze-dried berry.
Okay.
Nothing else in it, and it's no gluten, no sugar, no salt, yeast, no corn, no soy, no wheat, no dairy, no artificial anything, non-GMO.
Okay, great. And you got it on Amazon.
Yeah, and it's like under $10, and you
Okay,
get 100 of them. So
that's great.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
unless you know of a better one, that's the one I've been taking. I don't know. So.
There are
You
so
can
I
many.
give it to my kid
from
too.
Whole
I give it to him too. So, I'm raising a 12-year-old grandson. So I'm the world's oldest mother of a 12-year-old. So yes, he takes them too.
Okay. Katrin, I heard you. You said Whole Foods has them too.
Yes, Whole Foods, and here we call Fresh Time store. I don't know if do you have it in your area, Fresh Time store? No.
Oh,
So
fresh.
you get even liquid. My husband got the liquid one,
Hmm.
drops.
Leslie, would there be a benefit to one over the other?
I will have to research that. I don't think so. I
Okay.
really don't. As long as you're chewing it appropriately, I don't know that there would be a big difference. It's just a pure elderberry syrup. Is that what you're talking about, Katrin?
Yes, it's elderberry drops. They are like you drop in the water, you can drink, or you can, when you get cold, actually, you can make in hot water and steam them and have what you call that. You put your
Like a
face on that.
diffusion.
Yeah.
Infusion. Yeah, it does help for cold.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Yeah, and I bet you could steep those to the ones that Deborah has as well and
Mhm.
sip
Open
on
them
that.
up. You can open them up and pour them into stuff. It's
Oh,
just
nice.
this one has no sugar and the highest amount of potency that I found. So that's what
Mhm.
Oh, good.
I'm going with.
Yeah,
But you can
wonderful.
buy them in the store now, all kind of different kinds. I don't
I
know.
know.
They're
It's
expensive in the store though. So
good to know. All right, who's up? Katrin wants to be she wants to go last today.
I'll go.
Yeah.
So let's see. I had something I wanted to. Everything's going okay. I did have one day. Sometimes I have those PVCs, and they got really bad when my anxiety and depression came on. I had to actually go to the heart doctor and make sure that they were innocent flutters. I had one day where I felt it in my rib cage, in my lower, like right under my rib, just flutter like crazy. And I thought, these are those PVCs. And I was actually going to just go to my GP the next day. This was Sunday. But I never ended up going because they went away. So I don't know if that had to do with coming off the Effexor. I don't know.
Where so you've started to take the pills or the beads out?
Yeah, I just took 15 out yesterday. And I'll just continue to do more and more. Yeah.
You're only taking that once every 3 days, right?
Yeah.
Are you doing once every 3?
Yeah.
So so on what day were you when the flutters occurred?
If it was Sunday, let's see, today's Tuesday. I was on the second day of the HCI or HC, whatever it's called, 5H. On the second day of that. So then the next day I took my Effexor. So.
Okay. All right. Blood pressure and all of that felt good though? You didn't feel no other like heart racing?
Nothing.
Mood was fine?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll see if it comes back. Hopefully not.
That's I think what we'll have to do.
Yeah.
Have to wait and see, and if so, you're gonna just go to your GP and have them, check it out. But I don't know. That's a bizarre little connection there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I seems like I looked up PVCs and there was nothing really about the medication, just about when you're depressed or anxious, they can happen. So there's got to be some connection, but
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I have anything else.
Are you doing good with your diet?
So I'm doing okay. I still feel like I'm addicted to sugar. I never go long term without having a little bit of it. So that always makes me feel just a little defeated all the time, but yet when I look at what I'm eating all the rest of the time, I don't know. I mean, I also don't like it because, like Deborah said, cancer and stuff that really likes sugar, and it would be really great to just be off it all the time. But I just have a very hard time doing that.
Progress. You just have to, set goals and just maybe wean just a little bit more each elimination that you do. And following that elimination, then try to keep it out for a little bit longer. That's how I was able to successfully come off of it altogether. 0 sugar cravings now.
Really?
But I mean, I used to eat chocolate cake for breakfast.
Yeah. You were like me.
I mean, I went to my grandma's house before the bus, you know. I had some chocolate cake before breakfast in the morning with icing and a big old glass of milk. It was delicious.
And that's when I'm feeling okay. Like I'm feeling good.
Yep.
When that's happening. I'm not feeling yucky like a lot of people would. Like that keeps me on the level. But so, you know, actually you bring up a good point, setting goals, and that is one thing I could do. Is it's all kind of nebulous right now what I do with sugar. If I could you know, put a name and number on it and set some goals so that I know actually what I'm doing, and then if I cut a little bit, I'll notice it, and that'll feel good. Like I'll know what I'm doing, and I have some tricks that I could do to do that. So that I need to just do that rather than have this thing just floating out there that I don't like, that
you're craving. I mean, again, it is an addiction.
Yeah.
And our society doesn't look at it that way because, to be quite frank, everybody, I mean, I would say 90% of the population are flat out addicted to sugar. I had the best podcast.
Oh, good.
Okay, I'll get it to everybody.
Oh, good.
Oh my goodness. The book written about Food Fix by Dr. Mark Hyman.
Yeah.
His book, he's actually starting a political campaign. It's about the politics behind the food industry and what they've done to our health. And he has actually gotten in at Washington, D.C. He's got some powerful people in his back pocket. Also, he's created, it's called the Food Fix campaign. There will be a website coming up soon. We can all get involved, but he breaks down food on every level. If you want to hear about the politics behind and the marketing that's going into our children.
Yep.
And I mean, it is the most mind-blowing podcast that I've watched in a while, all connecting it to global warming. It comes from our farmers. It comes from you know, the biggest carbon emission issue that we have is from a lot of it's from cattle farmers, which is exactly what my family does. They are Black Angus beef cattle, but it's hauling those cattle all the way across. And, you know, most of the meat that we're eating, it doesn't even come from the U.S. It's shipped from here, shipped from there. And so 45% of the carbon emissions that are contributing to global warming are coming from our food industry.
Wow.
Wow.
It ties it all together. It's like a new way of looking at our health crisis.
Well, and it sounds like he's connected to some people who could actually change some things, maybe?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I hope so.
That is, which, you know, to see the evolution of Dr. Mark Hyman, I've followed him for so many years. And to see his evolution through time has just been, he's the one person that can. I mean, he can't do it alone. It's going to take a massive amount of people like all of us getting behind and supporting that movement.
Right.
But he is the one voice that can do it. And he gets ridiculed so much. And he is the director of the Institute of Functional Medicine for the Cleveland Clinic and has made great strides in the community. yet the if you do a quick search over functional medicine, there's all this stuff over it's quackery. There's no evidence.
Oh, yeah.
It's and it's this one guy, which you go to that guy's site, he's a doctor. You can't leave any comments. You can't be like, tell me your stance. Why do you say that it's quackery? You can't counter him, but he's got so much stuff out there and has given Dr. Mark Hyman so much trouble. But anyhow, he's the one person that can do it. So I'm really excited to see
Oh, good.
the campaign's already moving forward. So he already has a team in place, and so the website should be up, he said, within 30 days. And that's how you can go there to see, at what level you can be involved. Whether it's just writing your senators is a really powerful. I go and I meet with our senators, Mitch McConnell, the swing vote.
Yeah.
I get to go and meet with his director over the Personal Care Safety Act. So getting the toxins out of our personal care products I mean, 4 years ago, he said, "You're crazy. This will never even make it to my desk." And now it has. And so, but it's just taken persistence and like texting and emailing and your congressmen and women. But anyhow, it should be exciting to watch it all go forward. But I'll share that podcast in the chat so everybody can get that. Okay.
Great.
It's a good one. All right. Did I get sidetracked? Did I answer anybody's question, Rebecca? Sorry, just derailed.
No, that was
You
good.
get on the sugar.
That was good. Sugar was what brought that up. Yeah. No, I'm done.
My mom makes so much fun of me because, I like podcasts, and she's like, "Do we have to get technical about everything?" And so her being, we raise Black Angus beef cattle, and but they talked about even ways to use your byproducts to create and get anaerobic bacteria, put the byproducts, our waste products in there, cover it with cow manure, and then use that to emit and change into electricity. You can help to power from like a solar-based power. And these farmers that are doing it in Massachusetts
They are? Where?
I don't know. He just mentioned Massachusetts he says the name of
In the podcast?
Mhm.
Okay, I'll research and report back.
Because you guys have a law in Massachusetts that they cannot get rid of waste products. So farmers can't throw off their waste products.
Okay.
So they had to find a new source. So there are 2 farms there in Massachusetts that established this, and they're providing electricity to these underprivileged neighborhoods. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, wow, that is cool.
Yeah. So anyhow, but yeah, I'll share that podcast. All right, who is up next?
I can go.
Go for it.
I went to the chiropractor today. It was my first day, and we were talking, and he said that it would be best for me to wait a week before I go to PT, because he's afraid that the PT is going to want to strengthen things, and he thinks my focus should be on minimizing the pain. The constant for my hips, the constant pain. That didn't sound right to me.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'm just going. I have an appointment with Donna. I'm going on Monday, so
Go.
he's going to have to just work with this, because he was good. I mean, he did a lot of stretching stuff, and
that's what she will do. I mean,
yeah.
So if you came to me for physical therapy, our first appointment would be I would do a thorough evaluation on you.
Okay.
I would check the alignment. So I focus more on checking the alignment and getting alignment correct.
Okay.
We would begin with breath work, so that you could, and I would teach you how to do an internal body scan so you can begin to become an evaluator of where your imbalances actually are.
Okay.
Is your left hip rotated out? How far down does your left hip turn versus your right? So when you're lying in a shavasana or supine position, then you can begin to analyze, what's the pressure like? Where are you guarding muscles? Where can you release those muscles? Because the body automatically will protect around those painful regions and cause guarding. So we do all of that, like the mind piece of it, so people can start to scan and become aware of where their body is holding tension.
Okay.
Because you can't release when you're not aware that it's even happening. And if it's been guarding in those areas for so long, then what we do is we work on realigning. I usually always start with the lumbopelvic region, and we start working on realigning and making sure that the pelvis is in alignment. And then I start with deep activation of the core muscles, like, because you can't stretch your hip if you're not stabilized through your pelvis.
Right, right.
You're just going to fall into more of the muscle imbalance that already exist. So if they dive into strengthening on visit number 1 with someone like you, I mean, that would be the last of my.
Run away.
That might not, Donna may not
Well,
be.
walk quickly, walk quickly.
We may
There
have-
is no running.
Yeah, no, I cannot imagine.
I can't imagine. Yeah, I mean, that's what he did today. He showed me how the alignment of my hips and everything were off, and lower back and all of that stuff. He showed me on a skeleton,
Mhm.
and then he showed, he did some stretching stuff. So,
Yeah, alignment would be the first piece of the
Yeah,
puzzle.
you're still talking.
okay.
Stretching, but deep muscle, deep core activation.
Okay.
I teach people how to isolate. So I do everything very differently. So
Okay.
I make them turn off the big muscles. See ya, Deborah, are you taking off?
Workout.
You're gonna go work out. Good for you. Have a great
good day,
workout.
Hi, Deborah.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.
So I make people turn off. I just assume the brain automatically goes to the larger, stronger, bigger muscles. And those are the muscles that most people try to strengthen. Oh, you got to have strong glutes. You got to do bridges. You got to do, all this, you got to do abdominal stuff. But I actually turn all of those muscles off. So I literally will make them go down to their deepest muscles, and we begin strength training muscles that only cross one joint. That if it crosses 2 joints at a time, like the glutes, they cross the SI joint and the hip joint. So therefore, that is what I categorize as a sloppy stabilizer.
Okay.
So I make my clients, they don't even get to activate glutes until well into their, we may be phase 2, phase 3 of rehab before we even bring on those stronger muscles. Because if you have pelvic malalignment and you're strengthening your glutes and they cross that SI joint, you're just causing a massive shearing force against a imbalanced pelvis.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I would hope not all PTs are created equal.
Well, I'll write all this down in a little note, a little cheat sheet.
Okay,
And I'll
don't make her
talk to
hate
her.
me now.
No, I won't. I'll be very nice about it.
Okay, good.
I'll say, I heard this. I saw this on the internet.
I'll tell you.
For the conditions I have, I saw this on the internet.
The PT world, especially those of us that are holistic, is a very small community
I
nationally.
know.
We're
But if
all
she knows that Dusty N,
Mhm.
I think she is, and she's a very close friend of hers.
Yeah,
So I can't imagine her not being more holistic too.
I can't either.
Yeah. So I'm looking.
Unless she
looking
just has her
forward to it.
hands tied by corporate protocols.
Yeah, that could be. Because
But you'll
she
get
is in a major
Mhm.
Peak Physical Therapy Group, which is a major group in the Boston, south of Boston
Yeah.
area. It's in about 7 or 8 towns.
She definitely has some they have, I mean, I have these at my facility as well. You have to have them to be a thriving brick and mortar business anymore.
Right, right.
But you have to set standard, protocols. Hopefully they're doing so ethically. And she's not, if she's managing 3 or 4 clients at one time, then you may not get the best of care, if,
Right, right.
you just have to go in there and fill. That's why I was hoping I could get you into like professional yoga therapist. Part of the business model that Dr. Ginger Gardner teaches is slow medicine.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
have all been brainwashed to want everything. It's like, because our insurance model is based on 8 to 15 minute segments, and the providers have had to, we're bouncing right between patients constantly. So it's like,
Right.
we give patients this concept of like, oh, you only get this amount of segment. And she's like, it leads to increased provider burnout, increased mistakes, and decreased outcomes. And it's supported by the World Health Organization.
Right.
So
right.
what do we need to do? We need to slow down, see less patients.
Yeah.
So at my facility, it's 1 PT. That is your PT through the
Yeah,
life.
you don't go from like person to person.
And
You
it's
stick with one person.
1 hour. You get 1 hour with that PT, one-on-one, Now, what does that do as a business model? That limits my profitability, because I can have that PT supervising 4 patients at one time rather than just one, but I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Well,
Yeah.
that's really good to know. Because then I can have a conversation with her, especially about the aspect of the yoga therapy too, because she is a yoga teacher. So we could, we could talk about it. So that'll be good. I went for a follow-up visit with my, she's a pulmonary specialist because of all the problems I had. And we agreed, because I'm experiencing shortness of breath sometimes upon exertion. So I'm going to, she sent a note to my primary care. I'm going to have an echocardiogram and make sure that everything's okay there.
I think that's a great idea.
And I'm going to,
Especially-
yeah, because it runs, heart, it's thing. And with the lipid, the cholesterol thing I got going too.
Perfect.
And I'm seeing my primary care on Monday.
Okay.
And my blood pressure is down.
Yeah.
I sent her a note about adding the thyroid blood serum test because they weren't on the lab orders. I'm going to go on Thursday for that. And I will take the I forget what you call them. They got a special name, informational sheets about the supplements that are on the website, and Zymogen's website. I'm going to print those off. I'm going to take everything with me and give them to her and say, this is what I'm taking. And, I'll summarize that lab that I had done too, the ones that I had, and just tell her what's going on. And if she wants to see them, I'll print everything out for her.
Perfect.
I doubt she will, but she might surprise me. So.
And I mean, Sue, I'm happy to chat with her if she's open to it. That's
Great.
not typically the case, but I am more than happy
She may
to.
surprise, she may surprise me and say, yeah, she wants to.
Yeah, I'd be happy
I would
to
be surprised, but
review.
she's done that before. She was very open. I went to a naturopathic doctor a long time ago.
Mhm.
She was very open.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be good. Let's see what else. I think that's it, because I've talked to you about most everything else, so.
Okay, perfect. I have not read your response back, but I will do that as soon as I'm off here, okay?
Okay, yep, no worries.
All
And I'll
right.
make sure I do the 3 things every day.
Good. Good. It helps.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It helps. All right. I love that. And I think with you, given your all the issues that you had prior to coming into the program with your lungs, and also with the genetics from the lipid profile.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I think that's a really good idea to just keep.
Make sure, yeah, make sure. And if I have to, I mean, I don't know what's the next step. I think an echocardiogram will show if there's any like blockages or anything, right?
Exactly. Mhm.
Okay, then, yeah, that's perfect. Okay.
Yep. That is.
Wonderful, thanks.
Everything sounded good though with your lungs?
Yeah, she said my lungs were fine, not even a whisper of a wheeze or anything asthma related. So she said, your lungs, the shortness of breath isn't due to any lung
Mhm.
issues. So we should probably I had a stress test in August and it was good.
Okay.
So,
It could just be from your body. I mean,
or being out of shape. That's what
it really can. I mean, again, you were down for how long? Almost all of November.
Months.
Yeah.
And with the hips, I am not anywhere near as active as I used to be. I mean, I used to be able to walk 3 miles, no problem,
Mm-hmm.
in a heartbeat.
Well, let's just rule that out so that to be safe. And
Okay.
hopefully with the combo of the Cairo and I personally love that you're working with both. And the Cairo and Donna, and let's see how in terms of relief.
Yeah, and I'm seeing the stem cell therapy consult tomorrow too.
Okay.
So she'll take a look and I'll make a decision about that as well.
Yeah. Good deal. All right, my dear.
Thank you.
Keep it up. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Great. All right, Ashley, how are you?
I'm okay. I don't know. I've been feeling sick still, so I don't know what it is. It's kind of worrying me. I stopped taking all the supplements and I started to feel achy in my joints again. But I didn't feel sick. And then I started taking the supplements again. And I'm only taking like the fiber and the curcumin and the fish oil. And I still feel like queasy all the time. And like kind of, I don't know. So I'm wondering if I either got a bad batch or something's going on. So I don't know what it is.
That is bizarre.
Yeah. And like my bowel movements are totally normal. The only thing is my period was like 8 or 9 days, and usually it's like 5. So I don't know, something's weird.
Okay. What I want you to do, only because you had that one experience, like with your the burning it with the fish oil, let's hold that. So hold that, okay, and still do the Curcuplex 95 and the fiber, and start to add, like, are you doing the Opti Cleanse GHI?
So I did that, and I thought that was what was making me sick, because I was like at the bottom of my bottle, and I had the IG powder in it too.
Mm-hmm.
But so then I finished that bottle off, and I haven't opened my new bottle because I was like, oh, that was what making me sick. But then it's not that, so it's something else. I've been adding, like I added vitamin C, vitamin D. I figured those wouldn't be making me sick, but I just did them like one day at a time because I was trying to see what it was. And like last night, all I took was curcumin, and I feel sick today. I haven't taken anything today. So yeah, I know. I'm like, I should probably go and see somebody and make sure I don't have like
coronavirus.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's that. But I am like stockpiling.
Yeah, good. No fever. You may just need to go and just do a quick little, I want you to hold the fish oil.
Okay. Do you think it's the Curcuplex?
Maybe hold that.
Okay.
I can't imagine that it would be. You've been on it for a while. You know what I'm saying?
I know. It's like all of a sudden.
But like with the reason that I'm saying fish oil is because we have super dosed you with fish oil. So it could be that we do have your omega-3s in balance with your omega-6s and that you don't need that right now.
Okay.
So let's, but pull both of those.
Okay.
Both the Curcuplex 95 and pull the fish oil.
Okay. And see if the problem is then I get achy, but I don't know. I mean, not terribly bad, just like enough that I'm like, okay, that was helping, and now.
Yeah. So
easy or achy.
But let's.
How about ginger? Ginger tea.
I could try that.
Ginger is the best. Whenever I feel like little nauseous, I just drink a cup of ginger, fresh ginger.
Okay.
Just ground in a hot water, boiled water, make a tea, natural, organic, and it's just your nauseousness disappears. Mine, it does.
Okay.
So
it helps a lot.
Ashley, does your nausea, does it stick around like all day, even if you don't take the supplements?
Yeah, so like the last I took was last night, and I woke up and I'm still sick. I haven't taken anything today. But usually it hits like after I take, like I look at my pills and I'm like, I physically like have a hard time because I'm like, I don't know, this is gonna.
Let's just try just the protein powder.
Okay.
That's got a nice blend in it. Let's just take the protein powder.
Okay.
For now, and then I'll take a look and I'll show you how I want you to introduce them, but you're only going to introduce them one at a time and only if you're not feeling nauseous.
Okay.
Just like we're reintroducing a food.
Okay.
But otherwise, we may have to dive into what you're eating.
Okay. And I've been off gluten and
good
milk. I've had some cheese, but usually that doesn't, it's not, I feel like I've had too much sugar, but it could be like, I don't know. But then my bowel movements are good.
No, I know, but you can still have a normal bowel movement at this point, but an IgG experience like that, you know, in your gut. So it can still be food related even and still have a normal bowel movement. But let's try no bloating.
When I feel like last night I was bloated.
And when did this begin?
So it's been a few weeks.
Yeah, like almost 3 weeks, right? Because you were thinking that. Was that how many periods have you had since you stopped breastfeeding?
Like 3.
Okay. And this one was pretty hard though.
It wasn't like heavy, but it was like lasted forever, like 8 to 9 days.
Okay. Okay. Then everything else, like hormone-wise, seems fine.
Yeah, I had a little bit of like a little bit breakout, but and I don't usually get that, but not enough that it was like
okay.
You know, it's like a few.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm like, what is this?
I know. It's so weird because you haven't had anything like this. You just have done so good. Let's just go back. I hate to say it, but what we may have to do is get you back on the stuff for the gut.
The candicidal and the, okay.
Yeah.
So should I start with just the protein powder?
I'm sorry. Yeah, just start with the protein powder. If that's I'm going to go back, I'll go back and take a look, but just start with the protein powder, and then if you can, so start with your protein powder, and then your fiber, then your fiber, and your vitamin D, your vitamin C. Adding those things in, and then add in just one day add in your Kirkuplex 95 and see how you feel. Take it out, or you can do that right now. And if it doesn't change, you know what I'm saying? When you stopped all supplements, did it go away?
Yeah, the queasiness went away. But my joints started hurting. My back was like hurting. I was like, that's weird. But I figured it was just joint pain. But the Kirkuplex I thought was safe because I'd taken it a couple of days and I didn't feel sick. But then I started to feel sick, and it was really that and the fiber was all I was taking. Well, I was taking the fish oil too.
Yes. Okay, so stop the fish oil.
Okay.
And let's see if by stopping the fish oil, how you feel.
Okay.
Add the OptiCleanse GHI.
Okay.
Without the IG-26.
Okay.
Don't add your IG-26 to this bottle.
Okay.
Because the IG-26 is can be pretty potent. And then too, if you're having any type of sensitivity to egg, it does have some egg.
Okay.
In there. And let's see how you do with that. But otherwise, we may have to do another round of the GI Microbe X.
Okay. I never took the GI.
I'm sorry, you did the pure. You did the grapefruit seed.
Pure and the candicidal, yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Sorry.
That's okay. Don't wait all week. Give me updates on chat, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so don't wait until next Tuesday. Like, let me know if you're still queasy, because we may have to dig into this a little bit deeper.
Okay.
But I'll take a look. I'll take a look at your supplements. I'll go back and re-review your labs. Just make sure that I don't see anything extra that we need to do. It makes me feel like we may have to hit it with around, have we ever done the interface biofilm? Because did you have Pseudomonas? Do you remember what your Dysbio? What Klebsiella? Yeah, we may have to hit that with a biofilm buster.
Okay.
And then follow that with, I may have to do like a round of antibiobotanical. Have you ever taken the antibiobotanical? It's an herbal antibiotic.
Okay.
So we may have to do that because it makes me feel like since we've been off the gut stuff, even though you're still having a good bowel movement, it may be it. You know, it's just it's a really tricky.
Okay.
The molecular mimicry stuff that I put in there. I put an article up in our Facebook group
Oh,
and tied to RA.
yeah. I saw that.
Go and read that. It's a little in depth. You can skim it, but that's what I'm suspicious that you have going. I mean, I know that that's what is the cause. We know that that's your underlying root cause, right? And so that will show you how and why. And because it's so tricky, you know, your gut was doing good, but then we pull it off of anything that's keeping that Klebsiella in check, and it starts to divide. And again, you know, floating around, and then just keeping that immune system at a little bit higher. It makes me wonder.
Okay.
So, but if we do anything this next time, then I am going to put you on a biofilm blaster first to really break down the biofilm. We'll follow that with an herbal antibiotic to see if we can really just completely knock it out.
Okay.
But let me go look. I don't want to go that drastic. I would love to just like, oh, yep, here it is. It was the omega, and you're, you know, you need to hold that for a while. You know, that's what I'm hoping.
Okay. I'll let you know how I feel in a few days.
Sounds good. All right. And Katrin, you still have an audience. Is it something super personal?
Okay. No, it's okay. It's about poop.
Oh, honey, we all talk about poop. I have a book. It's called Everybody Poops, and I used to read that to my son every night. I love it. It's a conversation.
It's been so long time. It's months since I'm taking my supplements, but I always was like, oh, it's gonna go away. I won't ask that question, or I won't talk about it. But I decided to tell you what's happening with mine. Well, it's work. I do go every day, but the question is, it's look like a constipation, but it's not. If I go every day, because my younger age time, you know, I have always I had the constipations. It was different, but this one is normal. I go, but this is the embarrassing moment. I don't have to wipe it because there is no residue whatsoever. It's clean. I feel like all my gut is clean. There is nothing like it. Just like how constipation.
That's huge.
Is that huge?
That's
really
right.
I don't know what's going on.
That's like the days that I want to take a picture and send to my husband. I do.
Yeah, it's been months, Leslie. It's been months ever since. But I always was like, why is like that? I don't use no more toilet paper. I'm like clean. Like don't need. It's like
and it's not
weird to me, but because I never had that. The days that you are constipated, you are like that.
Yeah,
it's,
wiping and wiping and wiping because it doesn't all come out. Yeah, that's really a great thing.
Is it? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that's really good. I mean, as long as it's not coming out in like a pebble format and it's coated with mucus.
I don't see no mucus, but there is days when it comes out. Actually, it's like you see the first, it's like little pieces, and then ends up with that something
smooth.
As
long as that end part is what you're going after for the soft banana, because you know sometimes it's like, especially if you're just on a cycle where it's one per day, you know, this becomes a little more dehydrated at the end because it's absorbing, it's reabsorbing the fluid from it. But that is fantastic. So you know, I'm going to tell y'all a secret. I probably should not do this while we're recording, but I have never liked to be left out of the conversations, and so if my girlfriends and I are all hanging out and I have to use the bathroom, I make them come with me. That bathroom is in where I have like two part, it's like, but I don't want to miss out on the conversation. I definitely don't want them to talk when I'm not in there to hear everything. But my friends are all like, your poop doesn't have an odor to it. And so that's when you know that you have a really good gut health, is when it just flows right out. There's
no odor.
And it's just boom, it's done. That's a really good, that's what we're working for.
Okay. So
Darn.
So that means my gut is healed?
Healing, yeah.
Healing. Okay.
Yeah. That's a really good, like, if you could keep that up. So it's been like that, you said,
for months. It's like 3-4 months. And you know how I always use wet wipes. I never need to buy anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, just saved you
like,
money.
Okay, I don't need them. Yeah.
That's great. How's your pain been?
The pain is not doing good. It's still there, but yeah, my meloxicam every other day, every 2 days once. So I do that. But and how I say last week, even like last few hours, I'm in the pain until I take the dose, until I get relieved a little bit. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, the pain is still there.
Are you still exercising?
Yeah, this past week, I told you we had that shooting in my gym.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but it reopened yesterday. I was doing at home, like dancing, going crazy, stuff to move, But my job is on my feet. I'm moving all day long anyway. But it's not like concentrating to do one thing, It's not like exercise. You walk, I walk, So, and then I started yesterday back to gym. I was good. I came home. I felt so energetic. I started to prepare for today that I'm off and I'm gonna cook, like food. And I was in the kitchen doing all that. I'm like, well, I'm feeling good. I can do it. I have to take advantage of it. When I feel good, I feel good. Yeah.
Good.
Doing
the intensity of your pain and the duration of it is all still the same?
It's different. It's like it comes and goes, the pains. Like 2 days ago, I could not open my mouth. This jaw joint was hurting so bad I hardly could chew my food. So, but that took only 1 day, like 24 hours, and got better. And then every day, it's like, how you say one day, it's going to pop up some joint pains. It does. I feel it. And then it goes away. It's like, gets better, gets worse, better. Every day, something different.
Okay. That's good, though. It's coming and going. So it's not like a constant all the time there, right? Because when you tried to come off of the medication before, it was like you couldn't even move.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It was constant. It was always there. So that's good. That's the improvement. Now, what was I just going to ask? Are you grinding your teeth at night when you sleep?
I don't think so.
What's your stress like?
I don't have no stress. I'm really happy at work, at home right now, so there is no stress. I don't know. What is the stress?
That is, I'm like, I want to come live with Katrin.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy. Every day I thank God what I have first,
Exactly.
So
Good
I'm happy.
For you, Katrin. Good for you. Okay, listen, I think you're right on track. Keep going. keep making it to the gym, because when we're at the gym, we're going to press ourselves. It's a big difference being active at work versus exercising, like really getting your heart rate up and challenging your body, both from a strengthening perspective, but also from a aerobic perspective. So getting that heart rate up, it's going to help to release endorphins, but it's also going to help like to your energy, but it will help to continue to help with pain management. So I want to build that tolerance in you. Now, I'm not saying push to, 40 minutes, 30 minutes is fine, but I want you to continue to do that on a regular basis to then see if we can help to manage the pain in that way. Now, with pain mitigation, so reducing your pain from natural alternatives, what all have you tried? Like, I know we do the baths where we soak in the tub. You use heating pads.
Heating pads, not much.
Okay.
I don't.
That's okay.
But yeah.
Have you ever tried acupuncture?
Yes, I did the acupuncture, and actually I have appointment for this Friday. I stopped, now I'm going back. I think it was helping me more than when I was doing in January. So I continue to do that. So, and then CBD oil.
Okay. Do you notice anything?
First when I started, I did notice, but I think my body getting used to it. I don't see much difference. And like if you say about that Curcumin 95 that I've been taking, that there is days that when I don't take my meloxicam, I take 2 of them, 2 morning, 2 evening, like that. But I don't think it does help to me any help. No, I don't see no much difference.
If you take 1 versus 2.
Yeah, it doesn't even make any difference. I tried that. And then what else I do? That's it, I think, for the pain. CBD, that Epsom salt, acupuncture, and physical therapy I did for 3 months. And then I finally decided don't do anything, so I stopped.
I think that's okay. I'd honestly rather, I think I'd rather see you kind of go the path of, make sure that because you're exercising now in the gym, so make sure that you keep the shoulders moving. But I would like to see you, spend those resources maybe doing a little more acupuncture, and because with acupuncture, it's going to help with both the meridian channels for inflammation, but also with pain. And so let's see if we can get a little bit more kind of a deeper autoimmune inflammatory response with the acupuncture rather than physical therapy while you're continuing to exercise and doing all the things that you're doing. So
this place that I go for acupuncture, it's a modern acupuncture. They do only from hands to elbows, and then legs from toes to knees. They don't do anywhere else. But this lady, when I told her I'm really hurting my shoulder, she did one time my shoulder. I was in pain the next, evening when I came home, I was in pain. It was I think it got flare up because that was really hurting that night. So I told her I don't want anymore. But if you ever heard that, that's only that 2 places they do. That's it.
No, I've not heard of that. I would probably look for a different acupuncturist, to be 100% honest.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can't do I don't know. You've got to hit the meridian channels. They're have you ever seen a chart of the meridian channels? Do they have it in there? So it sounds like they're just doing reflexology is what it sounds like, and they're not doing a true acupuncture. So they're hitting your meridian channels through your hands, and then they're tapping. But I would go to someone that's really like
Mm-hmm.
kind of has studied the ancient. Who else has done acupuncture on a regular basis? I know Sue and Katie both have. Sue, do you agree with that statement, or am I speaking out of
Oh, no, absolutely.
Okay.
It's the whole body.
the whole body?
You know, and depending upon what you're there for, I've never only had it in a few places,
Mm-mm.
ever. And I have done reflexology, which was on the feet,
Mhm.
just the feet, but that was a choice, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds really weird.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's called modern acupuncture.
Oh, no.
I know. See,
There's
and
nothing about acupuncture that's modern,
modern.
really.
It is quite the oxymoron. Yeah, I would look for someone that's truly, I mean, because to be an acupuncturist is a true skill. It's
Yeah.
the meridian channels. I'll be quite honest. I mean, we do a little bit with Ayurveda with the meridians, like we do acupressure and different things to that nature. But the meridian channels, that's like a whole field. It's
Right.
like studying our nervous system and every
Yeah.
single nerve within the body, but it's all different pathways. And so I don't know, I would go to somebody that really understands like true acupuncture and does the whole thing. Because it may have been they just went straight to the source of the pain, and stuck needles in there. Whereas it may have been that they directed too much energy right to your shoulder
Yeah.
when they needed to direct energy away. I mean, it's, again, it is a very, very powerful tool, but it needs to be done correctly.
Isn't there, I have my niece is, she was a registered nurse and then she got got licensed in acupuncture and she went to school for years.
A long time.
Yeah. And she has like, it's a degree. It's actually a type of degree,
Oh, yeah.
right? I mean, I can't remember what the,
I can't either, but they're constantly, they do not like
research the credentials.
they do not like that physical therapists even do dry needling, because that is just going after insertion and origin points and the muscles. So the intention for dry needling is very different than the intention for acupuncture. And a lot of people will confuse those two, but they're totally different. Both are beneficial.
Yeah.
Totally different intentions. And so my guess is,
Yeah, I've actually had both of it done. I've had both dry needling and acupuncture. Ironically for me, with my particular condition, it actually helped me more doing the dry needling because it was so tight in my shoulders. They just pinpointed it, and it's almost like popping a balloon, and it felt so good to have that done. But I couldn't have it done every single week. It would start to wear down your muscles, so we had to come up with the Botox was that other option, which I started doing. But yeah, they did the acupuncture on me, but they went all the way down the spine. They had it down my legs. They had it in my arms. I think they had some in my head.
Yeah.
Up in my skull. So it was totally, totally different experience. But yeah, it's really weird to me too that they would just do those certain areas because, just like Leslie said, a certain point in your finger is connected. Not all of your fingers are going to be connected to the shoulder, and nothing in your foot is going to go up to your shoulder. So it's just like, yeah, that sounds really weird. Yeah. I don't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I change it.
Yeah.
Switch it up. Switch it up.
Yeah.
Next, yeah, try it. I mean, here's the thing. It sounds to me like they've simplified it to make it quick and easy,
Mhm.
probably so that they can drop the cost and get more people coming through. I mean, acupuncture is a pricey service.
It is.
Pricey, and
Yeah.
but it's time consuming. It does require time to really, for a good evaluation and for the needles to be appropriately placed, and then it's a waiting period. So it sounds to me like this modern approach is called an American approach. Like, how can you get more people?
Get them, yeah, like the revolving door. Get them in and get them out. Yeah.
Our insurance model has taken over the modern. No, but I would try. I keep trying, Katrin. Keep trying, because I think that would be a pretty powerful tool for you. I think that you're doing good, but I do think that you need to, from the pain perspective, as we continue to wean off of this, we need to make sure that your pain has been masked for such a period of time, and now your nerves are sensitive. It's like, woo, what is that? And it's like this heightened almost response to it as you're trying to wean from it. So, which is fine. You're doing good. We're at 48 hours. I'm ready for you to get 72 hours. I mean, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
What about
I think the other one, the methotrexate?
Are you at 5?
I'm still on. Yeah. I'm going to be in the 4th still this week.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
But you'll stay. He wants you to stay at what?
I will. He wants me to stay on 3.
3.
Just not cut all. Yeah, like leave it for 3, and then every 2 months I do the blood work, and
that's perfect.
Yeah, everything. Always my blood work is normal. Only the red blood cells is always low, but not much. It's like 1 point low. It's not like.
You eat red
really
meat, right?
Very low, very little, like maybe twice a month. I don't really. I try to not. I like it. It's like, but no, it has lots of inflammation, so I don't eat much.
Yeah, but we have to have red blood cells to carry oxygen to heal tissue.
I am trying to find the organic beef liver. I've been asking the Whole Foods. I've been trying to find online, like ordering, because you can't find organic beef liver anywhere here in our.
That's hard.
Yeah, and that's the best for the.
That would be
red blood cells, Yeah. So I find that the organic chicken liver, it's not bad, but the beef liver is the best I know, but I can't find them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you cook it? Do you like?
Usually when, my husband gets from this one store that he says it's safe, but I don't really. I eat the piece, but I know it's not organic. They say it's from farm, but I don't kind of believe it. How we cook, he likes grill them. He just cuts the little pieces. Like this is our traditional. We grill everything on shish. You ever hate shish kebab? So our grill barbecues are always on the shish. If you go to YouTube, find for Armenian recipes, you're gonna find first thing that barbecue. We don't call barbecue. We just call kebab, and this is on the shish. Any meat we cook, it goes on the shish, and then we grill it on the grill with the shish. It's those sticks are iron, stainless steel iron, long
Mhm.
So that's the way we cook everything. And same with liver. He cuts the pieces and just the salt and pepper, and then grill it. It cooks really fast. Liver cooks really fast.
Yeah.
Is it
And
chewy?
it's good. No, it's not.
It's
It
good.
cooks very fast. Very good.
And you don't put anything with it?
We
Like
don't. We
onions?
just stay out there, like on the grill. He cooks on the grill on the fire, and then we just take each person take a piece and start to eat. Just take it out, one piece, and eat. Done. No sauce, no nothing.
Wow.
I'm gonna
It's
try
just
to do that. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, we did the other day when I got that chicken one, and he did with the chicken. It even works better. But I have chicken liver recipes that I make at home. It's like sauteed onions,
That's my mom.
lots of onions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then put little tomato sauce in, and then add your chicken liver, and then cook it with salt and pepper. Done. It's delicious.
Really? I think I've just got, it's like here.
Yeah.
I tried it, but this is where it is. It's like, oy. Okay, well, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna find me some chicken liver. I've been saying this for months now.
Whole Foods. Whole Foods has organic
Foods.
chicken liver. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have it delivered.
Yeah.
But I want to find some beef like you're talking about. If I'm gonna expand.
I wonder if Fresh Market, it's not a lot in a lot of places, but like we have one here in Hingham, and when I was down in Florida, there was one there. They may have it, but I don't know if they do anything, any type of delivery or anything.
It's I'm thinking maybe on that farms like grass-fed cows.
Yeah,
farms,
those types of farms, they probably will have
you
it.
can find there.
Yeah.
But we don't have things close to us here. Like we may drive 2 hours to get there,
Yeah.
Oh, my battery is getting low. Sorry.
All right, Katrin, will you keep it up? Switch up to the acupuncture and let's see if we can get that pain. But keep exercising. I want exercise to be the top of your focus, okay?
Yes.
All right, ladies, I will go and read all my notes, and I will get back with you all via the chat.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.